My role in execution is one of end of life. Instead of a carcinoma, that individual is dying of a court order. But he's still dying. We're trained, do no harm, preserve life whenever there's any hope of doing so. The concept of the Hippocratic Oath and everything we stand for in medicine. Medical organizations have strongly worded opposition to physician participation in execution. And believe me, I've read them. And I understand them. I just don't agree with them. I've almost had two different careers, an emergency medicine career and a correctional medicine career. If you were to ask me during residency or even shortly after residency that I'd be working in a jail or prison, I would have thought, you're crazy, there's just no way. But indeed, that's where my career path took me. Shortly after I had started working in corrections, particularly when our company started growing, I got a phone call from the Department of Corrections about helping out with the execution process, which here in Georgia is lethal injection. Sometimes in life you have to take the bad with the good. It's part of being a leader. It's part of being a totality of a healthcare solution. I called him back and I said, well, let me go witness one. Watching a heart monitor, I kept looking for paddles to try to defibrillate the individual. It was almost like a reflex. The one thought I had over and over again was, if it were me there, or a family member, would I want somebody like me there? And the answer was yes, absolutely. I would want somebody like me there if I had a family member who had done something horrible and ended up on death row.
Go there.
Okay. Got an A?
I'm not a advocate for capital punishment. It's ultimately arbitrary and very expensive and not necessary. But that doesn't impact what I do and why I do it.
Completed 5 minutes lapse time. Stand by for the doctors are now preparing to enter the execution chambers to check for life signs. One of the physicians is now in the process of doing this. The first physician is still in the process of checking for life signs.
When we first started doing it, we approached it as just a matter of fact of providing health care in a correctional environment. As our involvement became public, I realized that this was as controversial an issue as it was. When local media leaked out that I was the physician that was participating in the execution process, I was contacted by advocacy groups to stop my participation. They oftentimes would protest in both my home and my office and send me emails, and get on me with social media, and even challenge my license. Their goal is to hopefully end capital punishment by stopping the people who perform execution and lethal injection services.
Travis Hitson is scheduled to be executed tonight at 7. The 45-year-old former Navy crewman was convicted of killing fellow sailor Conway Utterbeck in April 1992. According to court documents...
Quite frankly, I'd love to hang up my cleats and not do this anymore. As long as there's a need, and as long as they're going to continue to perform executions in Georgia, then I think those individuals on death row deserve to have a physician present at the time of their death. Perception is reality. If most people believe in capital punishment, that's our reality today. The medicalization of execution, I think, does impact public perception. Does that make us more comfortable with capital punishment? Probably.